Olivia. Hello, everyone.
All right, so we've already got some people who joined. Welcome, everybody. Today we'll have a quick chat, insider chat with our chief travel planner here, Pam, about our Cartagena Global Meetup coming soon in October. I'll jump right into it. I'll give a quick intro so we can move into the good stuff. I'm Olivia. I'm the content manager here at Wanderful. And Pam, if you'd like to give a brief intro about yourself.
Yeah, so I am Pam Garcia. I am from Mexico, located in Mexico City, and I have been the planner for Wanderful for almost 3 years. That is so exciting. And yeah, I've been able to attend most of our global meetups and the next one in Colombia.
Fantastic. Yes. So I wanted to ask you, first things first, what is a global meetup?
Yes. So let me tell you, a global meetup is a concept that Wonderful brought into the community because we know that most of our members in the community are like really independent when traveling. So we want to create a trip that allows people to travel themselves, but also like get together as a community. So in every global meetup, we choose a destination that is easy to navigate, but also it's a great place to gather and explore as a community. So we only add one activity per day, and then the rest of the days is yours. But believe me, like once that we are in the destination and you meet other wonderful members, then you start creating a connection, new friends. So I can guarantee you that you'll never be alone because, people start planning things and inviting other members. So I'll say that it's a really long weekend full of amazing experiences and connection with our community.
Fantastic. And why did Wanderful choose Cartagena?
Well, I think that Cartagena and the country of Colombia in general, it's very beautiful, very, very colorful, and it has amazing activities to do, and it's easy to arrive to. So we thought that it was gonna be like a great place. Now we have like the beach, something historical, and amazing restaurants, rooftops, and activities, and as I said, like a lot of historical information. So we thought that it was going to be a great destination.
Fantastic. Okay. And I see we've got a good number of people in here. For those of you who are here, if you have questions while we're talking, feel free to put them in the chat and we'll answer them as we go. Otherwise, I've got some questions prepared for Pam about the meetup that we can go through here. And I know some of you have sent in questions ahead of time as well, so thank you. So Pam, let's move into the insider tips. You've been to Colombia, you're the expert on the area, you've really gotten into the details of this trip. So I wanted to ask you, what part of this meetup are you most excited for?
Oh my God. Well, I think like let's break it up out in two things. So I'm really really excited, and this happens to all the global meetups. I'm very excited to reconnect with members that have been in other global meetups because, as I said, like it's a great great event for us to reconnect. But I am also so excited to meet new members, so I think like that's one of my favorite parts of the global meetups. And then the second one related to the activities that we are doing. So we are partnership with a women local travel agency there that is its name it's Impulse, and Impulse it's creating our activities there, and all are like women focused, which I think it's very important because we had the experience, for example, in Lisbon with a walking tour focused on women, that we learned that there's names of women that are not right in history. And I think that also is the case for a lot of countries where women are not being recognized historically. So I think like push the industry or push the the tours to know more about our role in history. It's like very amazing, and we always ended up learning amazing things and amazing women and getting like so much inspiration of it.
Got it. Love it. Okay, thank you. And then my next question, and I know someone else had a question about this too, packing tips. What's the weather going to be like? What would you recommend for packing tips?
Yeah, so I have been monitoring the weather, and even though it says that October is one of the rainy months, it never gets cold. Like it's always warm. It can be like some raining in the afternoon. So I will say that, bring like light clothing because it's gonna be so hot, but also don't overpack because, Colombia has amazing also like clothing like, this one, in fact, I bought it in one of my trips from Colombia, and I wanted to buy like a lot of dresses over there. So as I know, like women love dresses, and I'm sure that you will want to buy some. So don't overpack. Like I'm sure that you will find something that you want to bring and also maybe support, local economy there too. And like bring a good pair of sneakers because Cartagena is so beautiful and very walkable. So all the city or the main city can be walk, and it's better to know a city by walking. And honestly, you as it's so beautiful, you just want to keep walking and walking and walking. So a good pair of shoes and sneakers could be awesome. And for the rain, probably bring a light raincoat just in case. And yeah, so that would be my advice for packing.
Perfect. And someone had asked if they should bring cash.
Oh, yes, yes. Bring a couple cash, because there's always like fruit vendors in the street. Maybe like this one, I bought it from a street vendor, like a woman street vendor, and they only accept cash. So for those small details, maybe souvenir. Just don't bring too much, but bring some. And yeah, so for most of the activities, like restaurants or bars, maybe like big stores, they will accept credit card, but always bringing some cash is good for Colombia.
Okay, perfect. And on to some more insider tips. Are there cultural do's or don'ts that we should keep in mind when going to
um
Colombia?
I will say that insider tips, like like Colombian people in general are very friendly. Like sometimes, we are not used to have like very, not like very friendly people, but like, it could be kind of sometimes it's scary when a person get close to you and ask you like if you need help, or maybe you want to refuse to that, for safety. But no, like Colombian people is like very, very helpful and friendly. So I'm sure like if they see you are kind of, lost, or you act like, you don't know where you are, they might approach to you to see if you need help. And even though some people cannot speak English, they will try to help you somehow. So, accept that help because I will say like as a Latin American, also like, Mexican, if people refuse your help, it can be kind of, you can feel bad. Like as a Mexican, sometimes I feel bad if people doesn't accept your my help. So I think like from Colombians, it's kind of similar. And other thing I will say, Colombia is really rich in history, in cultural things. So I know that sometimes news always want to show you the bad side of a country or the bad news of a country. So it's good to be curious, but I will say that let's not make our first topic of conversation on bad things. Like the countries have, most beautiful things and learning things. So let's start from there. And probably we don't want to, to make people think like we only know the bad things. Like let's read a little bit about more of the country in the cultural and historical side, and let's start for there the conversation, and maybe more deep conversations can be walked through. We get more familiar with the people there. Oh, I can hear you. Sorry.
Thank you. I was
Yes.
saying, yes, Colombia has so much in their rich past and present, so much to talk about, so many topics. My my next question that I had prepared for you, is there a favorite Colombian dish or drink that people must try when they're there?
Oh, yes. And then, I text yesterday to the CEO of Impulse just to make sure I wasn't giving the right answer and it wasn't just me, regarding Cartagena. And she agreed that fried fish with rice and coconut, it's the best or one of the best dishes in Cartagena. And I can tell you that I have a favorite restaurant in Cartagena that is called La Mulata. That, in fact, of course, people who joins our trip, we're gonna talk into pre-calls before going to Cartagena, and I'll share with them all the restaurants that Juliana, who is the CEO of Impulse, shared with us to go. And, if we want to try really good food in Cartagena, where should we go? So I'm excited about that. So we have a really good guide around the city of Cartagena. And also for people who wants to join us in Medellin, we also have a guide tour, once that we are done with wonderful activities, you might have like, other time to do that. And yeah, so you have their other options.
Amazing. Love that good expert advice. And that's a good segue. You were starting to talk about our optional extension. So would you like to talk about the trip dates and options and the extension as
Yeah,
well?
so we wanted to do Medellin because, we said like, we're in Colombia, why we don't visit another city? Because Colombia is also a big country. So Medellin, it's another good city to visit. A lot of uh, resilient stories from people, and it's an incredible place also for our street. And this extension, it's more like a trip. It's not a global meetup because we are doing more activities there, and it's only for 12 people. So it's gonna be really a private tour or like a private trip. And I think that also makes our trip very unique, and we can keep connecting with our community. And this is going to be after the global meetup. So after Cartagena, we can take our airplane to Medellin on the same Sunday that ends the global meetup, that is October 12th. And then we're going to be the next 3 days in Medellin. So it is from October 12th to October 15th.
Love it. That's perfect. Okay.
Oh,
And
and let me tell you, like there in Medellin, everyone should try at least once the bandeja paisa. That it's one of the main dishes in Medellin
ooh,
that has like different, rice, beans, different kind of meat, avocado. Like it's so good.
it's fantastic. That sounds amazing. Okay, so we talked about the trip dates, the optional extension. We've got a booking deadline of July 15. It's coming up really soon. And I hear that you got a special promotion for Wonderful members.
Yeah, so we got the authorization by our amazing Beth Santos to keep the discount of $200 for members. So if you still haven't, booked, you can join us and see your discount code in the hub. And yeah, take advantage of this perk that, for being a member.
Amazing. Yes, please go to the member hub, Wonderful members, to get your promo code. We definitely still have spots left, so please go use that before the spots are gone because the booking deadline is super soon. And then Pam, I'll close it by asking any last words of encouragement for someone who is still on the fence about booking.
Oh my God, like I can tell you that Colombia is an amazing country. I'll say that is one of my favorite countries because of its people. And I think what it really makes your trips very memorable is for the experience and the interaction with locals and the people you meet. So I think that you won't regret if you join. And I can tell you, like, if you are still not sure if you want to go, I can tell you about, people that are have caused a really big impact in the world, that are Colombian. Like I can say that, for example, my favorite singer from Colombia is Karol G. She has amazing music, and she's like really supportive with women in general. She has her foundation that helps kids to go to school, for example. We have the big superstar also, Shakira, Sofia Vergara. And in the men's side, we have writers like Gabriel Garcia Marquez. We have painters like Fernando Botero. And, knowing these people, I think we can know how big and cultural it's Colombian, and I think that at least for me, knowing these people makes me want to know where they come from and how the country shaped them in the person that they are or were in a moment of life. So I'll leave with that. So it's gonna be super fun. We're gonna learn a lot, and I think one of the most important things, we are gonna connect with our community as well and support women local businesses.
Amazing. Okay. Well, thank you. It looks like we've answered all the questions that we had that came in beforehand. Any questions that came in here, looks like we've answered everything. So thank you so much for your time, Pam, and talking to us about your love of Colombia. I'm so excited to see all of the content that comes from this trip. Once again, Cartagena trip is going to be October 9 through 12, and we have our optional Medellín extension, October 12 through 15 this year. Booking deadline is July 15. We've got the link in bio. Members, you have your promo code in the member hub, save $200. Thank you for your time. I'll go ahead and end it here. Have a good night, everyone.
Thank you. See you in Colombia. Bye.